You could showcase your photography skills and the unique beauty of outdoor Nebraska with the Nebraskaland Photo Contest. Jeff Kurrus, editor for Nebraskaland Magazine, joins us now for more on how you can get your photos submitted. Jeff, how long has this Nebraskaland Photo Contest been going?
It has been going for 10 years now. Just kind of looked up and saw that we're a decade into our contest.
And I'd imagine the competition gets pretty good with all the pictures of Nebraska.
You know, it's one of my most pleasurable things that I do each year as editor for Nebraskaland Magazine is see all the photos that come in from our readers across the state and region. The competition is extremely high, but I always encourage people to submit because you never really know until you submit. Each year we seem to surprise readers and submitters when they happen to do really well, and their stuff is absolutely gorgeous.
Jeff, talk about what categories of photos people can enter for the Nebraska Photo Contest.
We have 4 categories. One's wildlife, we have scenic, we have recreation, and then we have a macro category. Wildlife and scenic's pretty self-explanatory. Animals and beautiful sunrises and sunsets and landscapes throughout Nebraska. Recreation, we're looking for outdoor scenes. We're looking for hiking, biking, hunting, fishing. That's where someone can kind of creep in a photo of a hunting dog doing work in the field. And in the macro, we used to have it under wildlife, but we started getting so many beautiful photographs of flowers and plants and then the insects that are on them that we just created that own separate category, and that one is a absolute must-see every single year.
Jeff, when submitting a photo to the Nebraskaland Photo Contest, what are some of the eligibility requirements?
Everything's taken in Nebraska. We only look at images that were taken in 2023 and 2024. Do that mainly because from a selfish standpoint, I like photographers to go out and keep shooting each year and for them to kind of add to their stockpile as well. All photos are submitted through an online form that folks can find at nebraskalandmagazine.com starting October 1st. They need to have the ability to, those photos have a resolution of at least 8 megapixels and be JPEGs if we have to contact them back for a final resolution on those photos. And we do ask folks to leave off their watermarks on the images as well. A lot of people have their name actually printed in some sort of script on their own photo, and we just ask them to take that off if they would.
Nebraskaland Magazine editor Jeff Kurrus talking right now about the photos they are looking for in the annual Nebraskaland Photo Contest. Jeff, where can someone go and how can they submit those photos for the Nebraskaland Photo Contest?
So what they do is they go through nebraskalandmagazine.com. There is a link at the very top that says magazine. There's a drop-down box underneath that and it says photo contest, and then it will walk you through everything. We've gone through and tested this ourselves, and it's a really easy way to submit, and I think folks will really find once they get in, it's about as easy as could be. They'll submit their photo, they'll submit a name. The name's sometimes the toughest thing for them, naming their own image. They'll submit any sort of relevant information that is required, and then they just upload it to us, and then we take it from there.
Jeff, if someone's photos is selected for the Nebraskaland Photo Contest, where does it appear, and are there prizes to be won?
It appears in our January-February 2025 edition. There are prizes. The Best in Show pays $250, and then there's first, second, and third prizes in each category, and those pay $150, $100, and $50 respectively. Photographers can only win in one category, but they could also win a category and have a second photo win for Best in Show. In a perfect world for a photographer, they win Best in Show, and then they win for a second photo in a category as well.
Jeff, to see all the great photos showcasing Nebraska's beauty, what kind of deal is being offered for Nebraskaland Magazine, also the 2025 Nebraskaland calendar, and where did they go to get those great deals?
Our website, nebraskalandmagazine.com, is our one-stop shop for photo contests, to subscribe and to get our online content, that's some of which that you can't get within our print publication. We have a fall special right now. It's a 1-year subscription, 10 issues of Nebraskaland plus a 2025 calendar for $26. That's almost $5 in savings, and it is our calendar that we put out ourselves. It's one of our funnest projects to do as well, because quite oftentimes you see photos in that calendar that you don't normally see in the magazine as well. And it's kind of those beautiful shots that you may not have seen before. We love for folks to see that as well, because it's an additional part of our publication that's been around since 1926.
Jeff, anything else you would like to add?
For me, I just highly encourage folks to submit images. I love the idea that we only take images within the last couple years, because each time that you're out, it just encourages people to continue to submit. We run photos from readers every single month in our publication. It's called Your Nebraska section. I encourage readers to open up the magazine. My email address is on that page, and they can submit photos directly to me just to run the magazine, in addition to going and being a part of our photo contest as well. We just want to see images.
Thank you very much, Jeff, for joining us. That's Nebraskaland Magazine editor Jeff Kurrus talking about this year's Nebraskaland Photo Contest. For more on submitting your photos or subscribing to Nebraskaland Magazine or getting the calendar, you could go to NebraskalandMagazine.com. Again, that's NebraskalandMagazine.com. I'm Paul Perkins on the Rural Radio Network.